Hey guys, this is Watcalewknat, and today we got the review on the Robinson Arms Echo 1 XCR. Hope you enjoy the video. This video is brought to you by Godfather Airsoft and Tactical. Play hard, play safe, and stay true to the game. To start off with a little history of the XCR, it is designed by Robinson Armaments. It was designed in 2004 but wasn't produced till 2006. The XCR in real steel is probably most notable for being in the SCAR competition, which is short for the SOF Combat Assault Rifle Competition. It was a really good rifle, really good contender, but it was disqualified because the company was too late at delivering the molds or the guns that could shoot blank rounds. I gotta say though, the designer Alex J. Robinson put a lot when he designed this gun. It is able to shoot the 5.56, the 6.8, or the 7.62 round depending on which setup you have here. And then also going to the front of the gun, there's many setups between the short barreled, the long barreled version, and I even hear in the future they're going to be coming out with a 308 version of this gun. That's going to be called the XCRM. Okay, that's enough of history. Let's get on to the airsoft. First off, I gotta say here, we're gonna start with the packaging. For a $400 gun, I was not surprised by the packaging at all. It's kind of like how they made their ASR sniper rifle. It just has, a sticker on the front, in this case XCR, because that's the gun. Has a couple other stickers here on the bottom, but besides that, just, your standard type of box here. But when you open it up, there is a decent, cheaply put in, but decent amount of protection here, which is nice to see. When you get the gun, it will have the it will have the orange tip pre-installed, of course, for airsoft reasons. It comes with a manual. It has a box for the mid-capacity magazine that comes with the gun that is full metal. Moving on to the gun itself, it also comes with a rubber stubby front grip and a PEC box. Okay, starting from the front going to the back of the gun, we have the flash hider. As stated, it comes with a full plastic orange flash hider. That's the reason for regulations, shipping, because it's airsoft, you got to have that orange tip. But they do come with this full metal black flash hider, which is what I'll be using on the gun. I like to keep this up there because the only time I'm taking my gun outside is if I'm here in my backyard on my property, it's fenced off, or if I'm taking my gun to the field. And when I do that, the gun's in the gun bag before it even goes out the front door. So it's always good to be safe because 99% of the time when you mess up, it's your fault, not the gun's. So here we go. We got the flash hider. It is, righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. That is your counterclockwise 14mm thread. As you see, goes right up there. Really nice flash hider. You really don't got that much of an outer barrel except for what's inside of the rail system here. Really nice. The inner barrel is 250 millimeters. Not too sure the diameter. I'm pretty sure it's probably about a 606 or a 605. Nothing that's a tight bore, but nothing that's, ridiculous like a JG. Moving on right here, we got our gas block. We got our mount for our front sight. Of course, this gun doesn't come with a front sight. We got the mock gas adjuster / tube here. Or this is just the front of the gas block. It's really nice. It moves around. It's full metal though. You have numbers there, so it kind of adds to the authenticity. So that's pretty cool to see. Included with the gun, we have the PEC 15 box. It comes with stickers, as you see right here. And then on the other side, these are stickers. They come right off. It came as a blank box. Really nice box though. What I like these over the other boxes, it's a little bit more low profile than you would think it is, since it is a little bit more thicker than your standard PEC box. It's not as big, which is nice, and it looks more, tactical for having a PEC box. It looks a whole lot better than having a rectangular one. Only problem is that, taking it apart, you have to have a tool. Usually when you got a PEC box, you only got to twist a couple knobs off and it comes right off. Right here, we have the adjustment piece to take it on and off the rail, and right beside that is a screw you got to take out, along with this knob just to take the top off the PEC box. So it's really not friendly for changing a battery in game unless you you carry screwdrivers with you, which is not everyone. Okay, moving on to the rail system itself. Think of it like a SCAR. It is a complete one-piece flat top rail system. I absolutely love it. The one receiver is one CNC solid piece. I mean, like, there is no wobble in this gun at all. Only wobble you feel is the battery moving around in the battery box. But as you see, going all the way down the gun, got nothing but a rail. Really nice. Looking to the sides, we got two, your standard length rails that you'd see on your standard M4. You know, about 6 inches long, so that's really nice to see. And as you see, it has a pec box right beside the pec box. You got just enough room of rail, so if you wanted to put some rail cover there or something, you could. Really nice though. All the rails are it's just a one-piece upper receiver, so it's, you know, the rail system couldn't get any better stuff. Moving on to the receiver, we have our absolutely amazing XCR trays. We got XCR TM right here, completely engraved into the body. Moving over to this side, we have Robinson Arms, Salt Lake City, Utah, model XCLR. As I said, there's many different variants. This is the L version. Absolutely awesome gun. I love the engravings. I don't think I've seen any better on a gun except with this XCR. Something I don't want to forget, a unique serial number. I have XCR number 83. Okay, moving on to the functioning parts of the receiver. This gun takes a lot from the SCAR, the ACR, and the M4 itself. What it takes from the M4, first off, we have our trigger guard. It is your standard, you know, flat style trigger guard that is predominantly seen in the M4 itself. We got the magazine release, non-ambidextrous, only on the right side. That's your M4 feature. Of course, just like all three of the guns I just mentioned, it uses your standard, you know, in real life it uses your stay nag mags, or your M4 style mags as we like to call them in Airsoft. What it took from the ACR is the bolt release. Absolutely nice. When your last round's out of the gun, your bolt would stay back. You'd put your new mag into the gun and you'd hit the bolt release right here. That's on both sides of the gun, so that's ambidextrous. I like using both. I like trying to use the left one. You know, when you put the mag in, you can hit it right away. Or, you know, just using your standard one where you hit it with your index finger. Moving on to the trigger itself, it is its own design. It is a 90-degree style trigger. 45 degrees takes you to semi. Another 45 takes you to full auto. 90 degrees takes you back to safe. Last functioning piece of the body I'd like to mention is the bolt itself. This is taken from the design of the SCAR and from the design of the ACR in a way. As I'm saying, because the bolt is located on the left side of the gun instead of the rear like the M4. But in a way though, it is still, I would like to consider it ambidextrous. Although it ain't like the SCAR, you can put it on both sides. I could see myself as a right-handed shooter pulling it back with my right hand, or as a left-handed shooter pulling it back with my right hand. Either way feels really comfortable, really easy, and not too much of a trouble. And considering if we were comparing this to your standard M4 like we do with the SCARs and, you know, all these other guns that are similar to the M4, there's, I'd say, only like 1/3 of the wobble compared to your standard M4. So the mag well is really nice. I like to see that. Moving on to the pistol grip, a lot of this gun is taken off of the VFC. We'll probably see VFC make one of these in the future, but you know, hey, I'm glad Echo One does it, because ever since Echo One started to make guns off the VFCs, including the Platinum series, they come out amazing. Looking at this gun, we have this the less wide pistol grip. I like the feel of it. I like it a whole lot better. Moving on to the rear of the gun, this is really where this gun shines. For me, when I'm using an M4, I usually like to use it on the second or third setting. I find that this stock is, you know, kind of like that for me. So it feels like it's already there, so that's a nice feature. It's a skeleton style stock. Being that it is that, it probably takes just a little bit of the weight off the stock. Going on to the top piece that is completely covered in foam, wrapped in foam. Really nice, especially when you cheek it, when you try to form that cheek weld. It's just an absolutely amazing feeling. We have a sling adapter on the back right here. Moving on to the butt plate, it is rubber. Really nice to see. This is, of course, an ambidextrous sling mount since it is on the top. Moving on to the left back, though, we have one sling mount right here, made for your QD style sling mounts. As you saw earlier in the video, I had a Magpul MS2 sling on. So overall, you know, ergonomics of this gun are definitely a big improvement from an M4. Okay, guys, now a quick little talk on internals. This gun is, I would say for the most part, very tech friendly. We have your standard, kind of standard version 2 gearbox. It does kind of take after the ICS. It is a split gearbox design. It is not just like the ICS where the two pieces can just be taken right apart like this. It's held down by clamps, but for the most part, it's a you know, split gearbox design. The only thing proprietary in this gun is the air nozzle. It is elongated, so good luck finding that. Usually Echo One's pretty good on replacement parts, though. Everything else in the gearbox should be non-proprietary, something you can replace easily. As I said, this gun did take off a lot from the VFC. It has the auto shimming system. I've heard nothing but bad about it, but you know, hopefully Echo One, you know, took a second to breathe, say, let's fix up the auto shimming system. But because for the most part, the gun sounds good when I shoot it. We'll just have to find out through testing, though. So besides that, this gun is completely easy takedown. There's only one pin you got to take out from the left side right here. You push it in, it retains on the right side of the gun, meaning it doesn't fall out. And then from there, you can completely take off the two receivers. In that case, you also have the option of having a stick-type battery in the upper part of the receiver, kind of like how the AK is. That's because there is two connectors. We have the Tamiya connector set right here, and there's also a Tamiya connector set going from the gearbox to right here. The wires are put in really well. For the most part, it looks like a decent gauge wiring, and the wiring is held down back here by a zip tie, so I don't see about any worrying about these wires coming loose and possibly crimping. One more internal feature I would like to show on this gun, more of an external, but it gets to the internals really fast, is this Allen key, or Allen screw right here. Takes a decently sized Allen key. I'd say probably about maybe a 5 or a 6 millimeter Allen key. But once you open this up, you take the screw all the way off. In my case, it's torqued up there pretty good. I don't have a reason to get in there yet, so luckily for me. But it's really tight up there. But once you do take it off, that's the only screw you got to take off. The whole outer barrel assembly piece comes off the gun, not the rail though. Just the outer barrel assembly with the inner barrel and the hop-up. So that goes for easy swap out of the inner barrel and the hop-up system, as I'm pretty sure sometime in the future we'll find easy replacements for the XCR's plastic hop-up system. Okay, starting out here with the Chrono, keep in mind hop-up is adjusted. I'm using 2.5 BBs. With 2.0s though, I was getting right at about 400 FPS. So in turn, we should get right at, as I expected, 350. 358. 352. 354, 354. Now for a rate of fire, we're using the Echo One 7.4 2000 milliamp 20C LiPo battery. Okay, that looks more like it. 14.85 rounds per second. Okay, last part of the shooting demo here. We're going to be using our 2.5 BBs, the rest of the mag, to tear through this can of what I like to call can Carnage. Pretty sure a lot of other people call it like that. 2 shots on semi, and then we're just going to dump the rest out on full auto. Okay guys, so in conclusion, the Echo One XCR in my mind is an absolutely amazing gun, especially for out of the box. I've had the privilege of shooting different guns by Echo One G36, I think one of the earlier Echo One Scars, you know, just guns you see out in the field all the time. The Echo One XCR definitely trumps that. Of course, reasons for that: high quality of the gun. It's just absolutely amazing. The fact that they take VFC prints and they just completely, that's what they made this XCR after, and it really just shows in the quality, because comparing this to VFC, there's a lot of things you'll see similar to it, and it just makes it an absolutely excellent gun from XCR. Externals out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. As I always say, no gun's never perfect, but this gun is pretty damn near. Between the easy takedowns with the easy barrel swap, the one pin to take out, to take off the top from the bottom receiver, and the fact that the upper receiver is one piece full CNC machine, I don't think there's a lot of guns out there that can really just trump this, right out of the box. Comparing this to the M4, the ergonomics are there, the sleekness is there. The gun comes with a PEC box and a foregrip, so all you got to do is find yourself a decent battery, and you'll be in business. Right out of the box, 400 with .2s, 350 to 355 with hop-up adjusted with 2.5 BBs, and as you saw, roughly around 900 rounds per minute, which is exactly what the real steel version gets, so that's really nice to see. I want to thank Godfather Airsoft for sending this to me to review. Really great gun. They have it up on their website, so go check it out. They have, full stock of, all the guns y'all like. They got the Echo Ones, they got the G&Gs. So go up there, see what they got. Their prices are pretty competitive. and so far the customer service has been great for me. So overall, hope you all enjoyed the video. Go check out Godfather Airsoft. If you have not subscribed to my What You're Looking At channel, go do that, and also go subscribe to my other channel, What Your Vlogs. Until then, it's been What You're Looking At. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Can't wait to see the accuracy.